Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a brand new video where today we're going to be doing day 16 of Horror October 2022. And the film that we're going to be talking about today is a film that was directed by who I would say is my favorite director of all time, John Carpenter, the master of horror. He's created a lot of movies that I really like, and I love horror. That's why I'm doing this series, and a lot of great horror movies he's made. So, and some of them are my favorite movies of all time. So, I think he deserves the title as my favorite director of all time. So, yeah, this film in particular was one that seemed like it really, really flew under the radar. And that film in particular is called Someone's Watching Me. Um, Now, I want to say I believe this film is a TV movie based on some of like the fade outs and like the transitions. Like it seems like it was designed to have like commercial breaks. So I'm guessing it was a TV movie. But nonetheless, it came out in the year 1978, literally the same year that Halloween came out. So I don't know if maybe that the release of that kind of made it like flow under the radar more, or I don't know. I don't know what happened to this movie, but it's like his third least popular movie of all time, like on Letterboxd. And like I got it actually on DVD here from this collection that I had that included some other films like The Hand, Doctor Giggles, Deadly Friend, among others. And yeah, this was one of them. Um, there's not a whole lot of I mean, there kind of is, but the main actress isn't super well known. Lauren Hutton, I don't didn't really know her, but I did know Adrienne Barbro, who has starred in multiple John Carpenter movies, notably Escape from New York and Fog, among others. And she's been in a couple other things that I know. So very early film for her, who I think she is a great actress, and I really liked her in this. And she had like a certain like character that she portrayed that I thought was cool. So yeah, just overall a really solid film from Carpenter here. Definitely like way different from Halloween in terms of being like a very I want to say like slow burn type of horror movie, but there are some like great like intense moments that like keep you on edge in this, I feel like. But overall it's just like it feels like a very like well made film because like there's like cinematography work here that I actually really did appreciate, like camera work. I don't always like appreciate that, but here I did, like with like the way they like have like tracking shots, or like they're following something, or you're made to like see something that's there, or just like the sort of like angles they go with to like play up the tension more work super well. And also the score is really good too, even though this movie wasn't scored by John Carpenter, who's known to like score a lot of his movies. But yeah, no, it's just really good. I mean, this film is essentially about, as you might imagine, someone who's watching this girl, and is kind of like you know um, installing fear into her, basically. So he's doing this, and he's being like creepy. He's doing all these like weird things, and it builds and builds, and they're trying to figure out who it is, and like how they can get to them, and like how they can stop them. And it's unpredictable. It keeps you guessing, and I think it's really good for that. I mean, like it's certainly not, it's not anything like that particularly amazing. Like I wasn't like super wowed by it, but like it's just a really solid film overall, I'd say. And yeah, they just come up with different ways to sort of like be like inventive as far as like what this creepy guy is doing, with like how creative he gets. And also I should note that Charles Cyphers is in this. Not a super well-known actor, but he was played a pretty decent role in Halloween this same year, I guess, and he's been in a few other things that I know. So kind of a decent actor to have in that. He plays like a detective in this, so yeah, he was good too. So yeah, definitely not like one of my favorite John Carpenter movies, but you know, I think he has a really solid track record overall. Like I know that like he hasn't made all amazing movies, like especially like later in his career, like that's when he wasn't making as good of movies. The only movies I haven't seen of his are as far as like feature length like films are The Ward, Ghosts of Mars, Vampires, and Elvis. I don't think I'll ever see Elvis. I have zero desire to see that. No offense, John Carpenter, um, but the other three, Ghosts of Mars, Vampires, and The Ward, are all films that I'm kind of like, uh, they've gotten like mixed reviews, so I'm like a little skeptical about them, but I will check them out eventually, because they are like horror movies. I got to see what they were like, especially Vampires. Like that's one that's kind of like towing the line of being like a really good movie and a really bad movie. It's at least going off of like reviews. And there is also another film technically directed by him called Body Bags. It's like an anthology film that he directed with Tobe Hooper. So he directed some of these, films in the anthology, where Tobe Hooper would direct the other ones. So technically, that's one I also got to see as well. So yeah, I mean, it's just those four movies that I basically just need to see, and then more or less I can say I've watched all of his movies. I think I've seen at this point I've seen 16 of them. I'm gonna see if I can name them all. Assault on or Dark Star, Assault on Precinct 13, freaking Someone's Watching Me, Halloween, fuck, The Fog, um, Christine, uh, Escape from New York, Escape from LA, Prince of Darkness, In the Mouth of Madness, Village of the Damned. Fucking A, that movie sucked. Starman, uh, Big Trouble in Little China, They Live, The Thing, and Memoirs of an Invisible Man. So there you go. Had to think a little bit for those last four, but yeah, I've seen all of them, all of those movies. So yeah, I'm going to give this movie a 8 out of 10. Definitely solid, definitely solid. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.